Oh, the hunger is real. Oh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video, another episode of The Ride Today. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, this is a little series that I have. I go over everything that I don't cover in my vlogs, in my challenges, in my contests, and everything like that. Basically, what's going on during the week, how my training's going, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, who I hate, who I don't hate. Just kidding, of course. I don't hate anybody, guys. I love you all. Or it's just me ranting. I try not to rant, but sometimes it doesn't really work out that way. And of course, I like to put up some cycling footage for you guys as well, just because I am blessed to live in a beautiful place where I can ride my bike as much as I want. Well, not lately, but I'll get there. Anyways, guys, let's get to the video. Alrighty guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Ride Today. Like I said earlier, I'm actually noticing right now that I have some splotches on my camera, so I know you guys are gonna bring that up, but it is what it is. Shout out to the girls right there for walking in my way. It's okay, I was in the fault there, so I'm just messing around on campus. This is actually my campus parking lot that I was doing some laps in on a Saturday. So pro tip to all the cyclists out there, find your local college or high school and go there on the weekends if you want to practice your abilities to sprint in empty parking lots. Yeah, so I wanted to bring up an issue really, or not really an issue, but my video I put out yesterday. I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of feedback lately with my decision. I guess I had a few clips in there and me eating meat, chicken, and again, just to clear it up because I get asked this a lot, is are you vegan? Are you a vegetarian? And I was a meatless eater in the past, and obviously I was eating meat in my last video, and during my challenges I do consume meat, and right now I consume meat. So I basically made the transition from going to a meatless diet when I broke up with my then girlfriend at the time. This was about a little over a year ago. And then, I mean, that was pretty much, I did hold the whole meatless diet thing for a long time. And I found, I mean, I could talk for days about it, guys, but I'll save you that really. By the way, this is all unscripted and unedited and everything like that. I try to do as little editing as possible with these. So yeah, I'm not gonna go on a huge rant about it, but long story short, found it to be just another way that my eating disorder was creeping in and was just causing me to fixate on my diet a lot. And veganism, I can never really call myself a true vegan anyways, just because of, you know, the fact that I wear leather. I ethically have no real, obviously I have some issues with the way the animals are treated and everything and the way they are slaughtered, but for me, I have really no problem or issue with consuming meat ethically. Now, environmentally, I'm so glad that I made that change back then, because I realized how much of an impact it has on our environment. But just had to make the decision really with, I mean, the way my lifestyle currently was and is. I mean, I do consume animal products on a daily basis during my challenges and everything, so I could never really call myself a vegan. And up until, I would say, about a month and a half ago, did I really start consuming fish again. I've always loved fish over chicken and everything, and never really was a huge red meat eater, but I did start consuming fish, and eventually, you know, I would say about a week ago, started eating chicken again. Found that, I mean, just taste-wise, it tastes good to me. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing, and I've been getting, like I said, a lot of feedback on it. But I mean, I had to look at it from the sense that it was something that both I was kind of just wanting to do, and I found that there was really no sense in me further restricting myself from eating chicken or any sort of meat like that. Like I said, I never really was a huge red meat eater, so I never am gonna go back to eating red meat. I feel like that's, I mean, from a health perspective, isn't the most, I mean, healthy thing here, but we're talking about an issue really that's gonna be, I mean, this is all relative, it's all subjective, the way you look at it and everything. So, I mean, if we're talking about health and everything, I use that as another excuse for me to lead a meatless diet for a long time, or so-called vegan diet, was that it was a performance booster for me. And I mean, looking back on it now in retrospect, I think that it was just an excuse, really. I mean, the difference was pretty minimal. At the end of the day, there's just so many variables to take into account when you're actually measuring performance on an athlete such as myself that does do powerlifting, that does do cycling, that is an active guy. There's just a lot to take into the equation there. So that's just kind of what I wanted to cover. I mean, I'm going to eat, poutine next week in Canada. It's like I'm not gonna, they put cheese on it. It's like I'm not gonna like go and do these little, Canadian, or not Canadian, I don't know what I'm saying, these contests and worry about consuming meat. I found, at the end of the day, guys, I found that I was putting way too much fixation, way too much focus on meat. And like the few times that I did eat meat when I was doing this, whole meatless phase, I did feel like this singe of like, why am I doing this? Like this guilt from it, and I don't want food to have that effect on me at all, because at the end of the day, it really is just food. I feel like I say that a lot on this channel, but it is true. It's just food. Now again, and I'm not going to talk about this for any more after this. It's from the environmental standpoint, I can completely understand the argument there, and that's the only reason really, if I were to ever go back to something like that, why I would, it's just from, the impact it takes. And then you guys are obviously watching right now because, believe it or not, I do ride bikes. I haven't been riding recently though. This is actually from today. In the video yesterday, I put out, shout out to that truck that just pulled out in front of me right there. I wanted to shoot this guy. Not really though, seriously. I put out the video and everything, and I was just at the very end of it, I was just not in a good place at all. I had a bad day. I was just pissed off the fact that I did not want to ride that day, and haven't been riding at all. And so I made that video and everything, but I've been doing a lot better ever since then. And granted, I'm still kind of in that phase where riding isn't motivating really for me right now. But I mean, I think it just boils down to me needing a break. I've talked about it too a lot. It's really hard for me to take days off from the bike, and what I'm finding is right now, like I went and, if you guys were sticking around towards the later end of that video, I did some running. So I've been finding that I might actually start doing some trail running, just switching things up, just because it gets boring. You get burnt out on stuff like this if you do it over and over again. I will say though, guys, I have been obviously noticing some weight gain and everything, and it's that initial part really, and this is actually a great part of the video to mention it, is the fact that when you do the stuff I was doing before, where you climb this damn hill 10 times and your net elevation gain is over 5,000 feet for that single session, then go to work a full day, then go to the gym. It's like you're used to being able to perform at that level, and when you're not able to perform at that level, it gets discouraging. Like, when I can only go up this 3 times now, and I literally feel like I'm gonna die, I get a little discouraged. But it's those initial thoughts that you kind of just have to overcome, and then think of what benefit you're getting from it. Like for me, and you guys will actually see here, this asshole almost pulls out in front of me here, me going almost 45 miles an hour. I had to yell something at him because the guy was ready to freaking, and then he yelled something back at me like I was the one in the wrong there. I'm like, dude, ugh. Drivers. Anyways, guys, but yeah, so I mean, you have to look at the net benefits to it, and look at what you're gaining from it. So I'm gaining more time obviously during my day, and then I'm also right now in a strength gaining phase, which is awesome. I feel better, and that's the last thing I really want to talk about in terms of my fitness and my performance right now, is the fact that I'm enjoying lifting so much more when I'm taking less time on the bike and less time doing just cardio in general, and am in the gym hitting PRs. I just feel so much more satisfaction out of that. So at the end of the day, we all, like, I know I speak in terms of all this stuff, and you formulate an identity to all these things. Like, my identity is not Erik the Electric. My identity isn't the guy that is a cyclist, powerlifter, makes food, eats a bunch of food. Like, I'm separate from all of these things. That's not something you should assign to yourself. And I myself forget about that. I know everybody forgets about that, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So it's distancing yourself from all of these things that will make a huge difference in the way you feel about yourself at the end of the day. So that's just how I feel about it. Is as hard as it is to do, guys, it's really it's gonna make your life so much better. So your quality of life, that is. So that's really, in a nutshell, what I wanted to take everybody take away from this video is kind of disassociating yourself from that personal identity that you give to yourself, whether you're just a recreational gym goer, whether you're somebody that just likes to have fun in life with all of your hobbies and everything like that. So you're separate from all those things. So anyways, guys, hope I didn't talk your ear off. That has been the voiceover for this, and I'm sure I'll see you in the next video. And before I go, though, I want to let you guys know, everybody that lives in Toronto, definitely come out and see me, eat some poutine this coming Saturday, the 1st. So I'll be putting the information up. Actually, I'll put it up in the live stream. So stay tuned for the live stream on Wednesday nights, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Alrighty, guys, so I just want to say thank you for clicking on the video and for taking the time to watch it. A lot's been going on lately, as I covered in the video, of course, but I'm also pretty nervous for it at the same time, but I'm sure it'll be a good time. Regardless of whether I win or lose, I'm still getting an awesome trip to Canada and hopefully meet some of you. Do me a favor, guys, if you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. Follow me on my social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. You know the drill. Thanks again for watching the video, guys, and go ride a bike.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?